Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here today. So today's reading is going to be a monthly reading for January 2025 for the water sign of Pisces. I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck and clarifying using the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. And then I've already pulled a couple of oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck and the Soul's Journey deck. So let's get started. At the center of the spread, wow, starting strong, you have Major Arcana. This is the 0 of the Major Arcana, the Fool. So the Fool is all about new beginnings, right? This is a brand new cycle in your life starting up again, starting up. The Fool can see that she's standing on the edge of a cliff. She has one foot dangling off the cliff here, right? Representing this willingness to take a leap of faith, to jump, into whatever this new endeavor or new path or new cycle is, even though she doesn't really know what lies ahead, right? She trusts in the universe that the universe will provide, the universe will have her back. And so it's, trusting in the process, trusting in the new cycle. We have all of the butterflies representing, this new cycle beginning, rebirth. So there's something brand new is at the center of your spread here. The Fool card is also, it's like I said, the 0 of the Major Arcana, and it's associated with the air sign of Aquarius. Crossing, so what could help or hinder? Wow, 2 Major Arcanas at the center of your spread. What could help or hinder is the High Priestess. So this is number 2 of the Major Arcanas, and the High Priestess is a very spiritual, very intuitive energy. You can see that she's sitting on top of the moon, right, the half moon there. She's also surrounded by butterflies, right? So there's this rebirth as well on this card. But the High Priestess asks us to tap into, that hidden, that inner knowledge, listen to our intuition. She's the guardian. She sits between, she's guardian of this pathway between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. So if there is something that you need to make a decision on, or you're looking for guidance about something, with the High Priestess coming through, you're being asked to trust in that inner voice, right? So quiet your mind. Might be a good time for you to practice meditation and pay attention to the messages that come through. Also pay attention to signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, your dreams. Messages might be coming through in your dreams at this time. It might be a good time for you to maintain a dream journal as well. So, with this new beginning and this new cycle starting off, you're being asked to really listen to that inner voice, listen to your intuition, right? That is what is going to guide you. She's also the High Priestess. She's associated with the sign of your sister sign, right, of Cancer, so water energy as well. Sitting at the foundation, this is crazy. You have 3 Major Arcanas for your first 3 cards. You have the Moon card, which is also a very intuitive, right? It's asking you to listen to that inner voice of yours. And when I was looking at the High Priestess, I kept thinking of this particular staff with the 3 moons on it, right? Which is from the Moon card, and then it showed up as the next card. But we have all of the phases, so these changing phases of the moon. We have the again, the butterfly, so this new cycle starting up. But the moon is also, even though the moon does shine a light, the moon, because of it being the moon, it casts shadows, right? So because of that, we are asked to use our intuition to uncover certain mysteries, or understand certain issues or situations, right, by listening to our intuition. So it also represents things coming to light. So sitting in the past position, there could have been certain things that have already come to light, that you found out about, right, secrets that you discovered, relating to, obviously it would be different for everybody watching, could be on the relationship front, or more to do with your work. This is 4 out of 4 major arcanas. You are the only sign, I think, that I've done so far this month that has just out of the gate had 4 major arcanas like this. Another, I want to say it was, gosh, now I'm not going to remember, but another one of the signs, it was either, I think it was one of the fire signs, also had the Tower in this exact same position. So the Tower sits in your recent past. Sorry, I just knocked the camera. I was so excited with all the major arcanas. So the Tower is number 16 of the major arcana. And a lot of times when it comes out in a reading, I've seen readers say that, it's such a terrible card and it represents, a tragedy or that type of energy. But I don't view the Tower that way. The Tower is undoubtedly, it is something quite unexpected that happens, right? But just because it's unexpected doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, that it's negative. It's really about how you react to that surprise, right? Or whatever this unexpected situation is that's going to make the difference. So for example, you could have been working for a company that for the last 20 years that you absolutely detest doing, right? You hate the job, but because of job stability, you don't leave, you stay there even though you're miserable doing it. And then you go into work the next day and they say, I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go. We're making, cutting back and needing to control our expenses. And so they offer you a severance package. And, and yes, it's very unexpected that you are, you're let go from the company, especially after that amount of time, but it also frees you up for something completely different, right? That you wouldn't have been able to do if you had stayed at the same job. So it's not necessarily bad, but it's how you approach it. So if you take that severance money and say, wow, I'm going to invest this in, I've always wanted to open up my own, I don't know, dog grooming business. I've never had money for that. I've always wanted to bake cakes, do my own cake baking company or whatever it is. You might take that money, invest it in that, and it might be wonderful, and you do really well with it. But it's all about how you deal with the unexpected situation. The Tower itself as well, as a major arcana, it's associated with the sign of Aries, so fire energy, right? We have crowning you. Oh, I was almost expecting another major arcana, but crowning you in a message from your higher self, you have the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, there's a need for balance with the Six of Pentacles. This deck obviously shows it quite differently, and that's interesting. I know that I haven't shown you the card yet, but the Oracle card is balance. That's the Oracle card that came out. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So balance, that is the message coming through from your higher self. So Six of Pentacles can be, I was saying in the original deck, right, the traditional tarot deck, it shows like a man who's quite wealthy and, he's giving to somebody who's not as wealthy, who needs his assistance. So he's giving them money to help them. So it's usually a give and take. And it's about if you are in a position where now you're quite, financially speaking, you're able to help somebody else, you do so, because you never know, when you might need to also assistance. So it's that give and take, if you have if you have an abundance, like you see here, she has an abundance of fruit in her basket, right? She has all the pentacles surrounding her. So she has enough that, even though some of the birds they're picking the berries off, putting in the basket. Some, I'm not sure if he's going to take them away, but it doesn't matter because she has enough, right? And it can be this give and take. There could be somebody coming to you looking for a loan. So you might be giving money to somebody. Somebody could be giving money back, so repaying a loan to you. You could be taking out a loan from someone or repaying a loan to someone. It can also, it doesn't necessarily have to be money. I mean, the Suit of Pentacles, yes, it deals with the financial, what am I trying to say, the material aspects of our life, right? But it can also be our time, right? So donating of yourself, donating your time, but it's more than anything, it's like a balance. So if you have enough, then, help. And if you are in need, somebody helps you. So it's that give and take type of energy. Coming up in the near future, you have the 10 of Cups. This is the happily ever after card, right? The relationship that begins with the 2 of Cups, just the two people, has now, it's blossomed, right? This is the emotional fulfillment and bliss and happy families and happy home. They've built, their 2-person little family into a large one with a child here. So it's it's 10s in the tarot, or they're endings, but they're also culminations. So it's sort of this is the ultimate in the Suit of Cups. After this, it would revert back to the 0, or I'm sorry, to the 1, the Ace of Cups. But it's emotional bliss, and that's what's coming in. I was just saying the 2 of Cups, and it showed up here. This is an amazing reading. I think this is probably the best reading I've done so far, and we're not even halfway through yet. So you show up as the 2 of Cups, which is that soulmate connection, right? It's that deep soul connection with another individual. And yes, soulmates obviously can be romantic in nature, but they don't necessarily have to be, right? We can have, throughout our lifetimes, we can have many soulmates, and we probably will have many soulmates that will appear as friends, as work colleagues, and as romantic partners. But it's that deep soul connection with another individual. Surrounding you, another major arcana. You have major arcana. So in your environment or surrounding you, you have the Hanged Man, which is number 12 of the major arcana. And the Hanged Man speaks of needing to gain clarity, right? And he's put himself into this quite uncomfortable position, right, of being tied up, upside down, in order to gain this clarity. We can see there's a light sort of surrounding his head here. In order to gain a different perspective on a situation, to come up with an answer to something that you weren't able to if you were the right way up. So it's gaining a new perspective. It's also number 12. It's associated with the sign of Pisces, which is water energy, which is your own energy, Pisces. So it could be you just showing up here, right, strongly in your element. But they could be some type of delay. Oftentimes the Hangman also can show up if there's a delay to something, right, or a delay in something happening. You have, as your hopes and fears, Ace of Pentacles. So you're hoping for a victory. You're hoping for this new opportunity, the new job offer. It can also be a lump sum of money coming in, possibly. It can be it's the yes from the universe. Again, if there's something, so if things have been a little, if there's been this delay, there was divine timing at play, and now, you're hoping for this new beginning, this new opportunity. And as you head into the next month, into February, you have major arcana number 5, the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is, the Hierophant sits at the top of a religious institution, can be a religious figure. If we have the 2 of Cups here, the 10 of Cups, for some of you, there could be, marriage coming in. I mean, obviously people would go to this, sort of religious figure to perform the marriage ceremony. The Hierophant also is religious and we see keys on the habit. So this sort of keys of knowledge as well. The Hierophant, it's a number 5 and is associated with the earth sign of Taurus. And yeah, I was gonna pull another one here, but I won't. I'll just look at, so we'll get to this when we clarify with the Hierophant. So bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. So pages bring in news, right? This is the news about the job offer. So we have it again. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the hopes and fears, and then we have this Page of Pentacles bringing in the job offer, bringing in the new way for you to make money, right? Can be a younger earth sign individual that you're dealing with. Could also be a child, whether this is your own child or somebody else's, or just a younger, more mature energy. but Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, right, for the suit of Pentacles. And this is the offer. So this is what is kind of guiding everything, right? Is this new offer this month. And I must say, I mean, out of a 10-card spread, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. So that's over half. So this is definitely a month when there's a lot of divine orchestration at play. So a lot of the events that are coming in, a lot of the opportunities that are coming in for you this month, a lot of even, connections, people that you might be meeting this month. It's sort of, there's divine timing at play. We'll say that with this many major arcana cards showing up. Let's go ahead and clarify. So, Spirit, please clarify what additional messages do you have for the water sign of Pisces for January 2025? What else does Pisces need to know? Additional messages for Pisces. Okay, we'll do one final shuffle. And divide the deck. Okay, so clarifying center of the spread, right? The Fool crossed by the High Priestess. We have Temperance, which is another major arcana number 14. Again, we have the butterflies, right? This beautiful, like, new beginnings. But Temperance, again, is a card of balance. So we go back to what I was saying initially, right? With the Six of Pentacles in the crowning position, with the Oracle card, which is a card of balance. Temperance is all about balance. And it's this deck isn't, it depicts it differently. In the traditional deck, there's sort of this this mixing, right? The woman, she's mixing the two cups. So we have fire and water, and she's able to mix them perfectly. And she creating alchemy. So she creates this beautiful rainbow out of the middle. So that it's finding that sweet spot, finding the and then I just saw the other card has rainbow blessings on it. So I just said creates a rainbow. There's lots of connections, even just sitting here reading for you, right? So that's interesting. Okay. So yeah, there's a balance, right? And it's clarifying this new beginning. So this new beginning, whether this is this new job, walking away from a job, however this new beginning plays out for you, it's bringing in balance. We have, this is a repeater. Okay, so we had the Hangman over here in your environment. We have the Hangman clarifying the High Priestess. So yeah, there could have been a delay to, whatever this is that is coming in, right? This new offer that's bringing in balance. It could have been quite a while. Like, you could have been waiting for this. In fact, this particular deck shows the Hanged Man. He's not even tied up upside down, right? He's upside down, and he's been there so long that the bottom half of his body is turned into, it's sort of melded into the tree here. So he's transformed into part of his environment, part of this tree trunk. So it's been a long time coming is what's coming through. With the Moon card, and this is a repeater, you have right you show up as a Two of Cups, clarifying the Moon card, this hidden thing, things coming to light, possible mysteries or secrets, or there's something relating to this relationship, this soulmate relationship with the Two of Cups. Clarifying the Tower, we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, excuse me, just knocked the camera. And the Seven of Cups is interesting because, and again, we have the butterflies everywhere flying around. But it represents the need to choose one of these cups, right? So we see that, and again, this deck is a little bit different, but the traditional tarot deck would see that each cup contains something that, is of interest or would be appealing. One might be, coins in one, or, riches in another, drink in another. So representing the many different opportunities or things that you have available, right, that all look wonderful. So this could be, you're looking at all the different job offers, you're on the job boards and looking at those, or in the case of the Two of Cups, you're on a lot of different dating sites, and so you're looking at all the different people and thinking, oh, this person, is seems very kind, this person seems very attractive, this person's very intelligent. But until you actually pick one of the people and start talking to them, it's all just up in the air. It's all just sort of fantasy. So there's a need to focus and pick one of the cups. So it's sort of spoiled for choice. Clarifying the crowning energy of the Six of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands. So balance, right, with the Six of Pentacles. And the Two of Wands, it's all about choices. So choosing one path over the other. And it's not that there's, one is right and one is wrong, but it's which path speaks more to you, to your soul, which path is, going to get you to where you want to go. So, a decision, and this is a very, it's a very independent energy, but it's a very, like, you are in charge of everything. You're in control energy. So you can see she's holding the globe in her hand. She's making the decision. So it's up to you. You're going to pick the right one, the right path for you, the right job for you, the right cup for you, right? It's you have that. And we have the Four of Wands. That's beautiful. The Four of Wands clarifying the Ten of Cups. So some of you watching, there is definitely a connection, right, coming in, and this does sit in the near future. So if you have not, and we have the Two of Cups twice in the reading, if you haven't already met the soulmate, they are coming in, and there's marriage on the cards for you. If you've already met this person, if you already have a soulmate connection, there could be marriage coming in this year, right? There could be a proposal and even a pregnancy with this child showing up on the Ten of Cups card. The Four of Wands, it's very spiritual, right? It's the 1111, very spiritual card. It also represents the marriage, the home, so the happy home life. Could be you buying a home, moving in together, buying a house together. Clarifying the Two of Cups, you have the World. And the World this is a beautiful depiction. It's the ending to a particularly long chapter in your life. It's number 21 of the Major Arcana, associated with the sign of Capricorn. And, obviously, if you are meeting this person, and if you are going from being single to coupled, or you're going from, just dating or even engaged to getting married, there's an ending of that one chapter of your life as you begin a brand new one. If there's a child coming in, right? If you're going from being just you and another person, and then there's a pregnancy, that's an ending of one chapter and a beginning of another. So it's new beginnings. It can have to do with people from another country. So maybe the person that you are meeting, or if you've already met the person, they might be from a country or culture that's different than your own. You might be traveling. There might be some type of international, or worldly component to this World card, like needing to travel or moving to another place. It could be a home move to another place with the Four of Wands. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Six of Cups. This is like a past life connection, right? So it could be going back to somewhere where you used to live, could be going back to work where you used to live, reconnecting with people from the past. This could be people that you knew from your childhood. It's a very sweet type of energy, but there is also the cautionary message with the Six of Cups that, when you look back on the past, and especially when reconnecting with people, be honest, right? Don't just, because we tend to look back on things with rose-tinted glasses. that's not always the best. So, if things really weren't that great when you, say, were with a person the first time around, yeah, you can give them the benefit of the doubt and give them a chance, but don't try to, don't let your mind fool you into remembering things as actually better than they were. That's kind of the cautionary message with that one. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles in the hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Swords. So 2 aces, right? 2 aces here. So there's a yes. I mean, these are blessings from the universe. The Ace of Swords is a card of victory, clarifying this, you're hoping for this new job, this new offer, whatever this new thing is with the Ace of Pentacles. It's a yes card, right? You have double yeses here. These are blessings from the universe. This is clarity of mind. So again, if there's a decision there's clarity of mind coming in for you, right? Clarifying the Hierophant, we have the 9 of Swords. And, I actually consider this 9 of Swords probably like more so even than the Tower card or the 10 of Swords or the 3 of Swords as being sort of the worst, because you're just so in your head at this point, right? With the 9 of Swords, you see the woman, she's sitting up in bed, unable to sleep at night. She's just going over and over and over something in her mind. But, it's always like worse in our mind than things are worse than we actually think, that we think that they're worse than they actually are. So it's about this negative thought pattern. So, getting out, not allowing yourself to fall into that negative thought pattern as you head into the next month. Let me go and I'll just pull one more on top of that. So we have the Hermit, which is Major Arcana as well, but the Hermit is a very spiritual figure, and the Hermit goes off on this sort of quest up into the mountains, seeks solitude in order to gain enlightenment. So if there is, if you do get into this negative thought pattern, I would say just try to, as much as you can, remove yourself from that by meditating, by quieting your mind. Practice meditation. It does help, even if it's just quietly sitting for 5-10 minutes a day. And then finally, clarifying the Page of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Wands. So this is the news. It's coming in quickly, right? This is this can be the back and forth, the emails or text messages coming in. If you have applied for a job, this is the getting the yes, come in for the interview, and then back and forth and setting up the interview and offering you the job and providing all of your documentation. If this is a relationship, and again, if this Page of Pentacles, I've talked about it being a job. If this is to do with a relationship, this is, it has staying power. With it being the Suit of Pentacles, it's news about this new offer, but there's longevity attached to it. And this 8 of Wands, it can also be travel by air. We did have the World card, so there could be travel, but it's fast paced. And it's also, it's a positive, it's a big sort of a card of, it's a good card, right? To have, especially clarifying this Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, because things could definitely pick up quite quickly. Now, the 2 cards, I've already shown them to you, but Rainbow Blessings say blessings are showering your life, and I definitely see that from your spread. Your spread is absolutely amazing, Pisces. Again, probably the best that I've done this month. And Balance, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And colors, we have beautiful blues, right? Purples and greens. I will read just a little bit from the guidebook for each card. I won't read the full description because they are quite long, the descriptions. But Balance says, let's see if I can find any additional information. It says, many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. The true nature of the scales of balance, which we had a number of times, right? We're talking about balance, is to give both sides of a situation your equitable, objective perspective, right? Yeah, I think those are sort of the main messages from that. And then the Sacred Traveler, Rainbow Blessings, says, blessings in all forms are cascading into your life. Just as the rainbow has all the colors of the spectrum, so is every hue of your life blessed. This is a great time to start a project, initiate a relationship, purchase a house, begin a health program, start a new job, or change careers. Let go of hesitations and concerns. Whatever you dream of for your future, this is the time to start. You will succeed. And I think that's just, it's like repeating everything we just saw here in the reading. So I would encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and rising. They do, at times have very similar messages, but sometimes they are different messages. So they might just give you a little bit of different guidance that you might need, right? And they help to give you a more holistic overview of what's coming in that month. And if you did like the reading, please feel free to give the video a like, subscribe. I would love to have you here with me on the channel. And yeah, I hope that the messages have helped. Look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light. Bye for now.